collapse of the US dollar as the Chinese yuan officially is number one in transactions. We're going to get into all that and more in this video.
Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, hustling. Every
Welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, all right, Chinese yuan surpasses US dollar in Chinese cross-border transactions. Is this the begin of the downfall of the US dollar and the rise of the Chinese yuan? Well, we're going to get into all that, and I'm going to give you all my thoughts and all that and more. All right, so per analyst of Bloomberg Intelligence, U.S. statistics from the State Administration of Foreign Exchange, local currency proportion to China's cross-border payments and receipts increased at a record high of 48% at the end of March, almost from zero in 2010. And here's a graph showing the decline in the dollar, slowly, surely, exponentially, and the rise in the yuan. But what does this mean? This results indicated through the same time period, dollar share decreased from 83% to 47%, as you can see right here. However, determined based volume of the transactions, this includes trading of securities through connections between the financial markets of Hong Kong and People's Republic of China. Elaborating on the same, Stefan, chief Asian foreign exchange rate strategist BI, said, basically, it is likely that this trend would preset in a note released from April 25th in order to promote international commerce. They're basically saying that this is kind of a coincidence, but it's very much clickbaity. And we're going to dive really deep into it because a lot of people sort of have this notion that the yuan and the BRICS nation and all that stuff is about to just take over the US dollar, and the US dollar is going to collapse tomorrow. And I do believe the US dollar is going to go to zero. However, I also believe the yuan, the euro, the BRICS, all of that stuff is going to go to zero. And a lot of people have been very quick to forget about the real estate crisis that is in of China. And we're going to get into that and how much worse it actually is than you might think, and how it's all connected to the yuan and the strength of the US dollar versus the yuan, the strength of the yuan and all that. All right. Now, a lot of people have forgot that these ghost cities and these mortgages, buildings have been just building after building after building, no funding, and it's not like here in the United States. Here is some videos of them demolishing 15 of the capital city and coming on August 27th. This wasn't even that long ago. Actually, I don't know. I might get demonetized, but I'm going to, literally just completely demolishing buildings that were never inhabited. They were built with borrowed money and then they were destroyed. And in this article here, it's saying for decades buying property was considered a safe investment in China. Now, instead of building a foundation of wealth for the country's middle class, the real estate has become a source of discount and anger. More than 100 cities across China, hundreds of thousands of Chinese homeowners are banding together and refusing to pay their loans. Okay, sounds a lot like 2008, except it's actually way worse, and we're going to get into why. All right, this is why. Here is the list of the entire GDP of the main countries. So right here you have the United States at 26.85 trillion, and in second place you have China at 19.37 trillion, right? That's a lot. And they're right there, right? They're just right behind us, yeah? Okay. Here is the real estate. This was the 2008 real estate crash for the United States. This is the percentage of the GDP that is real estate connected, Okay. In 2018, the real estate construction contributed $1.15 trillion of the nation's economic output. That is 6.2% of the GDP, gross domestic product. So 6.2% of this 26.85 is the percentage of the GDP that equals this $26.85 trillion that the United States has produced. Okay? Now, let's take a look at China's percentage of their GDP on their real estate. Okay? Housing activities accounts for 29% of the GDP, but Evergrande's debt crisis is a sign that things could soon change. Okay? So people have been very quick to forget about Evergrande, China's biggest company, going completely under. 29% of the GDP, 29% of this right here, of 20, almost 1/3 of 20 is all from real estate. And it's even crazier because in America, you need about a 1-3, 1-4 debt to income, maybe 1-5. So maybe if I make $50,000, maybe I can get a loan for $300,000 in America. In China, it is about 20-1. So if I make $50,000 in China, then I can get a $10 million property. Okay? The debt to income is far and away worse. And the chicken coming to crow on this event is going to be far worse than the 2008 crisis. I think if any country is going to overtake the United States as far as GDP and buying power, it's not going to be China, it's going to be Japan. Okay? Personally, the US dollar is going to go to zero. Okay? The US dollar is going to go to zero, but so is the Chinese yuan, so is the Japanese. All fiats are going to go to zero, and slowly, surely, exponentially, Bitcoin is going to catch them all. They're all going to go to zero. Now, I do believe the United States dollar is going to go to zero. However, I don't think it's going to be tomorrow like the narrative would lead you to believe. This is going to take some time to play out. I personally think 2029 is what I'm looking at for when the big one is going to happen and the US dollar will actually be collapsing there. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you made it this far into the video, the word of the day is going to be GDP. So comment down GDP and I will shout you guys out as a real one. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. Subscribe here so you never miss a video. I'm going to be doing these news type videos as well as daily market news and analysis and much more, so you don't want to miss any of that. Follow me on Instagram at yaboyski. Follow me on Twitter at Guyasky. Follow me on TikTok at yaboyski. That is it for this time. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless. I'm out.
Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 every